Midivani Monroe from MissFabulous.com. It's no secret that I am a major fan of Byron Lars and have followed his career since he first burst on the scene. And through the years and seasons, he has consistently stayed true to his style of body-conscious, sexy, and above all fun collections. We met up with Byron Lars in New York at the lookbook photoshoot for his Byron Lars Beauty Mark Spring 2014 collection, where we got a front row seat to see what is going to be hot for this coming season. The Spring 2014 collection has all the signature trademarks of Byron Lars: interesting fabrics, intriguing prints, amazing color, and above all, a fit that is flattering on a woman's body, whether she is model thin or curvaceously sexy. With spring just around the corner, it's time to get excited about a Byron Lars Beauty Mark collection that will brighten up your spring and make your summer sizzle. Here with Kanisha, who's doing the makeup for the Byron Lars photo shoot for his lookbook. Can you tell us what kind of a look you're going for today?
Absolutely. Today we are going for a look that's much more like a minimalist look, kind of like the everyday girl. She's done it herself. She doesn't have a lot of time, so we keep the eye really nude, very natural, but we still want to define the brows. And we're going to do a little bit of liquid liner, not too much, not too contrived, but just enough that you just kind of whip it on and go. And you know, for the skin, we're going to just, in a second, keep it really fresh, light, and maybe a small pop of color on the cheek. And we'll make the lips stand out, but they'll be more of a glossy tone.
And how can people get in touch with you?
You can visit my website at www.kanishalachey.com or follow me on Instagram at passport2pretty.
Philippe Rodewald, you are the photographer for this lookbook. Can you tell us what type of a look you're going for?
We're going for a very natural, daylighty sort of look, nothing too heavy, even though Byron's collection is pretty high fashion, but we want to keep it so that the consumer can relate to it and keep it pretty light altogether. Yeah, make it very pleasant and warm.
People want to get in touch with you and see more of your work, where can they find you?
They can log on to philippe-ny.com. That's philippe-ny.com.
Annabeth, you are one of the models in the lookbook. What do you think of the collection?
Oh, it's so beautiful and it's so feminine. I love it.
Are there any pieces that you want to take home for yourself?
Oh, sure, a bunch.
Yeah. How about the one that you're wearing?
Oh, I love it. I mean, it's just gorgeous. So, of course, I would love to wear this.
Jasmine Rivers, you are the second model in the lookbook. You've been modeling for quite a while now, yes?
Almost 2 years now.
Almost 2 years. That's actually quite fast that you're already getting a lot of press. You're in Essence magazine.
Yes, I was in the October issue recently, so it's amazing that I'm getting some exposure.
Why don't you tell us what you're thinking of Byron's latest collection?
I am almost speechless at how much work it seems like he puts into his work, and I think that it's very detailed, it's very ladylike and beautiful and comfortable, and I love it.
We are in Midtown Manhattan with Byron Lars for the lookbook photo session for his Spring 2014 collection. Wow, can't believe it's already Spring 2014. They just keep whizzing by.
They do. They just keep coming. And we keep making clothes for them.
And how do you keep the inspiration rolling with that much happening all the time?
You know, I think the way that any designer keeps that inspiration coming is to really keep their customer in mind and where she's looking to move next in her fashion journey.
And talking about that fashion journey, where's that journey taking us for Spring 2014?
Well, honestly, it's taken us back to really like the roots of classic American sportswear. There's really lots of good day dresses. We really put a lot of focus there because as often as we do these like wow impact, dresses for events, we found that there seemed to be like something missing out there for like that everyday like dress that like makes that same kind of impact, but it just a little more quietly. And so that's where we placed a lot of focus this time.
And you're also known a lot for your interesting and intricate prints. Can you tell us anything that's happening new with that?
Well, there's lots of prints, but it's probably more about texture than really prints per se, because even the prints themselves like feel very textural. Like there's this really interesting tweed print that you helped us with. Thank you so much for that. And it really has a depth to it that makes you want to like just walk up and stroke it, but you realize that it's actually printed CDC and not a textural cotton tweed. But the fact that we printed it on something lighter gives the look of something heavy, but it has the movement of something light that like, so there's an irony there that's subtle.
You are also very well known for being very innovative with fabrications, even going way back in the day. I remember you had a fabric that was made from plastic bottles. This last season you had a lot of vegan leather, faux furs. What do we have new for this season for Spring 2014?
I don't know if I would say that it's new as much as an evolution of what's been happening for the past several seasons. There's a lot more laser cutting. Again, it's really about texture. It's really easy to achieve texture in a fall collection because, there's so many great, woolens and actual tweeds that you don't really get in the springtime. So for spring, it becomes more challenging to achieve that. You have to kind of like make it happen yourself, and we achieve it through laser cutting, CDCs, and chiffons. We even like took a bunch of chantilly laces and kind of reconfigured them and kind of made like a mock cable sweaters. So it's like a fisherman cable, but lighter than air. So things like that, and lots of optical jacquards. Things that like had texture already, but just like in an interesting way.
colors for spring are always very important. Are there key colors in this collection?
I would have to say there are key colors in this collection, but again, it's less about the color and more how the color facilitates texture.
Okay, understand.
So there's some lavenders, some teals, some soft turquoises, dove gray. Of course, there's our good old friend black and white. But it's really not about color, even though there is lots of color.
What was the most fun piece you had working on?
Well, the most fun piece. There's actually one that kind of informed the direction of the season, and it was again with that printed CDC tweed print lower skirt that had some laser cutting that revealed a darker underlayer that gave it a little more texture. And then we found these really great European ribbons that just kind of spoke to a pleated, I don't know, sensibility. So we pleated that and trimmed those, the edge of each pleat in a different trim. And then the upper was kind of like argyle with mixes of lace and all sorts of things. And that one, it really turned out to be something that I like a lot. But it skews on the slightly like ugly pretty side. You know, it's got a kind of like British sensibility to it.
Okay.
But thankfully the customer's responding to it. It's I mean, it's definitely, you look gorgeous in it, but it's just got this touch of eccentricity that's just off enough that it really intrigued me to move, you know, to push that further.
Congratulations on yet another collection.
Well, thank you.
And of course, looking forward to right around the corner.
Fall.
Yes, exactly.